What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and fellow YouTubers? All of you have been very welcome right here on Let's Look What's Inside the Privateer Lockbox. Now, this is the first of a kind video that I'm going to make this thing, and let me know if you guys like it or not. I'm basically going to go through all of the items that are inside the Privateer lockbox, and some of these items I have upgraded to Mark 14 Epic. Some of them I haven't, and we are going to find out how they are going to perform right here on the Tribble test server, by the way, because I'm not able to get like all of these weapons and items on the holodeck server, because that's going to cost me even more than all of the ships that I do. But I did grab all of the items, and we are going to start off with all of the kit modules that are in the Privateer lockbox right here. Where does it say? Where does it say kit? Right here. So the holographic Deceiver, the stabilized folded space transporter, very awesome name design right here. The Echo Papa 607 drone system. I don't know if it's 607 or is it 600 or 607 drone system. I think it's 607. But anyway, so all of these items that are in the Privateer lockbox are going to come through this video. I'm going to give like a detailed description what they do and what the statistics are going to be. Also a couple of other stuff right here. These are available at the Lobi store. So we have like a 4-piece set that is in the Lobi store. Also a really awesome armor, a combat armor, and something that I definitely wanted to show you guys. This thing is like an environmental suit that is definitely OP in my book. But anyway, let's start off with this. This is the holographic Deceiver. If we go into information, all right. So deploys a holographic Deceiver which taunts nearby enemies. The Deceiver generates a damage feedback pulse, causing a portion of a ranged damage to reflect back at the attackers. Melee attackers will not have their damage reflected. Definitely was hoping that if this thing was going to be a Deceiver, like all of the enemies that were inside, like, you know, melee range, that would, like, I don't know, every 3 or 4 or 5 seconds or something like that, would definitely give out like a pulse, like a feedback pulse, or just like, you know, like one of those pulses that pushes enemies backwards. But you can basically kill this thing with melee if you're really close. So target self 43 seconds recharge, creates a holographic Deceiver for 15 seconds that is going to taunt enemies within 15 meters for 3 seconds every 1 second. So basically this thing is like, oh, too many enemies right here, I cannot handle them on my own, so drop this thing and you can basically go away, and you're gonna survive, I guess. Okay, so reflect up to 55% of the incoming damage back to the target for the next 15 seconds with 50% shield penetration. So this thing is definitely going to do a little bit damage. Maybe more than, you know, some of your characters might be, some of my characters might be actually. But this thing cannot critically hit any of the targets. And I'm definitely going to showcase this thing in combat later on, because that is why we are here at the Kobali Prime. There is a little bit of a war going on up there, so we are definitely going to take part in that. The next one is the stabilized folded space transporter. Now, out of the lockbox, this thing comes as a Mark 12 Epic already, so you just need to upgrade this thing to level 14 and you're definitely set to go. Activating the stabilized folded space transporter will quickly relocate the captain into an advantageous position behind the target. Upon arrival, you will gain an enhanced critical chance, critical severity for a brief period when the target is momentarily placated. So 30 0.48 meter range with 1 second charge. There is a 32.3 seconds to recharge. Teleport behind your target after 1 second of charging to self. 16.5 critical severity for 12.1 second to self, plus 33% in critical chance for 12.1 seconds, and it's going to placate the target, in this case the enemy, for 12.1 seconds or until you deal 1375 damage to them. And the same goes for if you're going to go in PvP. So this next part is for player versus player, so it's going to placate 12.1 seconds until you deal 1031 hit points in damage versus player target. Skill that affect this ability in kit performance, that is going to improve the kit modules that you have selected. Now I know that you guys are going to comment about this part, and I did read about this thing in like so many threads, so many forum posts, and it's crazy. People are going insane about this. Critical severity should be always higher than the crit chance, and I agree with you guys, but, and here it comes, but if this is the way it's supposed to be and this is not a bug that they're featuring right here, I would recommend you guys grabbing one of these kit modules of the exchange, no matter the cost, because this thing is going to be OP. 33% critical chance for 12.1 seconds. That's basically 1 in every 3 shots that you're going to deal is going to land a critical on the enemies. So if it's not a bug, if it's not a typo, grab one of these for yourself, because you're going to do enough damage that it's going to be crazy. You might actually hit the enemy in 1 shot dead. And I know I'm probably not really good on like explaining this thing, but I'm going to give it a go. So if you're going to attack your enemy just by using the primary and secondary of your ground weapon, you basically are going to do just a moderate amount of damage. If you have a higher critical chance, you're going to land a critical hit. So your critical hit is going to be higher than your base damage of your weapon, so your primary and your secondary. The higher the critical hit is going to be depends on your critical severity. The higher critical severity, the higher the critical outcome is going to be on that critical hit that you're going to do on your enemy. That's basically how it works. So critical chance should be, you know, in like my, how many years am I playing the STO now? 5, 6, 7 years? I don't know. But in all of my times, usually critical chance is like up here on the first section. So in all fairness to whoever wrote this thing, it should be 16.5 critical chance and then 33 critical severity. Saying that, I did test this thing out in combat before I made this recording. It's not a bug. I mean, if it is coded like that, they definitely need to roll that back and make like an adjustment to this. Because if you activate this thing, so it's not just a typo, this is the way that they have coded this ability. And, you know, I'm guessing coding something as an ability is a little bit harder than typos. So it's not a typo in my book if the numbers are also going to correspond with the amount of critical chance that is going to be increased right here. My critical chance right now is 10.7%. Critical severity 104.9. And if I activate this thing, because I have a different one slotted right there, and mine is mark 14, but that's beside the point. If I activate this thing, I'm going to get an increasement in critical severity by 16.5. So I'm going to get like 120% ish, more than that, and plus 33% in critical chance. So I'm going to get 43% in critical chance. So I'm guessing they're like, I don't know, I'm still not 100% sure, but I'm guessing that A, this thing is like hard coded the wrong way, and they're going to drop. They're going to do a reroll and going to correct this thing, or B, this is the way it's supposed to be. And if that is the case, if it is option B, this is the way it should be. Grab one of those from the exchange, or try to grab them from the privateer logbox, because the higher critical chance you have, the more DPS you're going to do. But enough said about that. The Echo Papa 607 or 607 drone system right here. Activating the Echo Papa drone system. Each drone is that is destroyed sends combat information back to the central controller. As long as the system is active, a new enhanced drone will replace the fallen drone until the drone has reached the perfect state. The system is active for 60 seconds and then is given a forced cooldown due to a large part of the Miniosian, if I'm pronouncing that right, incident of 2364. Each drone is equipped with a primary disruptor beam. After Mark 2, drones gain secondary wide angle beam. After Mark 3, a drone gains a status field. And every mark up to maximum of 5 progressions increase the power of the unit primary and secondary attack. So you basically see a little bit of a rundown what Mark 1 is going to do. And this thing is Mark 12, so it is not upgraded at all. So Mark 1 is going to do 60.5 damage times 3 with 67.2 DPS overall. The version 2 is going to have an increasement of 372.9 in disruptor damage, and it's going to unlock that disruptor wide beam. Mark 3 is going to get that status field that is going to be unlocked, and it's also fragile hold for 13.3 seconds and a fragile hold for 6.7 seconds versus the player targets. Something to keep in mind. So if you want to upgrade this thing like I have right here, that's the wrong one, drone. They have a little bit more of a little bit more DPS. This was 60.5, so this one is 61. Just a little bit more DPS, a little bit more disruptor damage, and a longer state of fragile hold towards your enemy. So that is that. There are also a couple of new weapons that we are going to get, or we already have with these privateer lockbox. These are the Krieger Wave Disruptor Blast, Krieger Wave Disruptor Full Auto Rifle, single pistol and dual pistols. Now there is a fifth one, but I could not get my hand on it, and I really don't want to open, like, spend a lot of time opening boxes just to see if I can get it. This is what I got. The modifiers are just some random stuff, but I definitely want to just show you guys how these things look like, so you guys can actually see at one glance what kind of weapons a particular player is having, especially with the new PvP system and reputation that we are going to get. So you guys can actually see he or she is utilizing the Krieger Waves weapons, and this is how it looks like on the back, and holding it on your hand just like that. Now, I don't know if this thing is going to rotate like a Gatling gun, but one can actually hope. Definitely cool to look at. All right, so we got the other one, whatever that one was called. So this is how you can hold it in your hand. Very cool to see this thing, that they actually gave us some new weapons. I like that. The single pistol. So we are definitely going to do a little bit of a pew 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 later on, because as you guys are hearing, there is like a little bit of a war zone down there. Huge explosions. We are at the Kobali Prime ground map right here. And we have the dual pistols. I am going to read about these weapons just to be thorough. So the primary, the bolt, 30-meter range, 11.25 second to activate. Disruptor damage, really high crit severity, as you guys can actually see right here. To self, plus 5% chance and plus 25 kit performance for the next 10 seconds. Kit performance, definitely something good because all of the kit modules are going to be on your kit. So high critical severity with 5% crit chance could be fun to use. So the secondary right here, 30-meter range with 4.6 meters a sphere. So that's like a circle. 11.5 seconds charge, 0.25 seconds to activate, 12 seconds to recharge, really high recharge rate. Disruptor damage, 66 chance to knockback plus 8 meters. Okay. To self, 5% chance to plus 25 kit performance for the next 10 seconds. And 40% critical severity. Very cool. So if you're going to get like the 5% chance, all of your kit modules are going to do more damage. Or kit modules are going to do more damage. So all of the kit based weapons, or not weapons, skills are going to do more damage. Very nice for the next 10 seconds, obviously. And for 40% critical severity, like I said before, higher critical severity is going to do more damage. And there is also a melee option for this thing to give out a little bit of physical damage right there. 10% chance to stun for 7.5 seconds with 40% critical severity. Now I don't know, can you actually land a critical hit on a melee with like a high physical damage? I don't think I've ever seen that. Anyway, the second one is the Krieger Wave Disruptor full auto rifle. So the primary right here, 30-meter range, 0.2 seconds to activate, 0.5 seconds in recharge. So this thing is going to give out lots of DPS, short bursts, 5% chance, plus 25 kit performance, and 2.5% chance to 6 radiation damage per 10 seconds in a 10-inch radius. I guess this is gonna be meter radius. 10-inch. What? What is that? Oh man, okay. Full auto sweep, 20-meter range with a 20 degree cone, 8 seconds recharge, sorry about that. 5% chance in plus 25 kit performance, and this also 6 radiation damage per second in a 10-inch radius. And also that melee, 2% critical chance. Okay, so this one doesn't have critical severity. This one has critical chance. The primary for the single pistol is going to be 72.9 disruptor damage, 5% chance, 2% critical chance, and also 40% critical severity. Very nice. Basically the same for the secondary and the jab. 2% critical chance, 40% critical severity, physical damage. I don't see a lot of players actually utilizing a jab or pushback abilities with their weapons. And the dual pistols right here, 68.4 disruptor damage times 3, 5% critical, 5% in plus 25 kit performance, and 2% critical chance. 2% critical chance again, and the jab is 2% critical chance as well, with melee negligible, I guess. All right, let's showcase all of these items right here, because we are in a ground map. Or should I go and utilize the armor as well? Okay, let's utilize the armor. Now the armor you can obtain through the Lobi store. It is right here, ground gear. The upper one right here is the privateer combat armor that is going to do 34 physical and kinetic damage resistance, plus 22.9 energy damage resistance, 20.4% in dodge chance. So you can basically dodge chance is basically the miss that you have in space. So whenever like an enemy is going to try to attack you, if they actually miss you in space, it's basically the same as dodge in ground. Something that you definitely need to think about: this thing has plus 40 in kit performance and also plus 40 in kit readiness. 40.4 in both of them, and this is a Mark 12. So this one is not upgraded, and this one comes out of the box basically, and also gives you plus 40 in crit performance and also kit readiness. So it's going to improve the kit modules, all of your kit modules, and also the kit modules cooldown. Very nice. Start thinking about those two, because those are definitely OP in my book. Also gives out a little bit of shield regeneration, 7.6 shield regeneration every 4 seconds. And this thing also features a distraction relocation option. So deploy a holographic distraction and teleport to safety. So this is basically a oh shit moment. I need to get vacate the area real quick and utilize that. That's going to create a holographic distraction for 6 seconds that will taunt the enemies within 15 meters, placate enemies within 15 meters, and teleport backwards a short distance. This thing has a cooldown of 45 seconds or 45 seconds to recharge. Now I definitely upgraded this thing to 14 and 14 epic obviously, and look at the stats if you compare it to the one from the Lobi right here. The one from the Lobi, and I'm just gonna go straight to something that is really important to me, and that's kit performance and kit readiness. 40.4, and the upgraded version gives you 48 flat. So that is a huge boost if you're going to upgrade this thing, and definitely start thinking about those two, because those are definitely something all players need to be having, like on the like, if you're definitely going to crunch numbers and you're going to use kit powers, those two are something that you need to think about. The cooldowns is definitely going to help you with the cooldowns basically from the skills. And also the other one is this thing right here. See, this one is called the Starfleet Experimental Environment Suit. Out of the box, out of the Lobi store, basically this thing also gives 40.4 in kit performance and also kit readiness. So cooldown reduction, and also increases the performance of all of your kit modules. Something to think about, guys, definitely. So if you upgrade this thing to Mark 14, you're going to get 48 flat in kit performance and kit readiness. And in most cases, this thing is even like better than like the normal armor, because you're going to get 72 physical and kinetic damage resist and 80 in energy damage resistance. Plus you get like a ton of radiation damage. Toxic, fire, cold, also going to give you a little bit of maximum hit points, root resistance, knockback resistance. All of the above is definitely something. If I can give you guys a little bit of a tip, this is definitely something that engineers should be utilizing, and because this is like an OP kind of armor for survivability in ground. This is definitely something that engineer type role playing characters should be utilizing. If you're, you know, see if survivability is a thing for you guys, this thing is definitely OP. And if you're something like in between, like engineering or tactical or science, you definitely don't know what to do, this is definitely more survivability, because it has 28% in dodge chance. So you're going to survive a little bit more. You're going to get maximum health, hit points, health regeneration, and the normal energy, damage resist, kinetic, physical, and all damage resistance rating. It's not the best one out there. There are definitely, you know, something better that's going to suit your needs. But for me, basically for a tactical that is going to love doing lots of DPS, I'm getting this. This one you can get from the Fleet store. I just upgraded this just for the critical severity. This thing gives plus 80 in critical severity. The rest is just like, you know, as armor goes, this is not really the good one. But for tactical, if you want to do DPS, this is definitely something I would recommend, because your critical severities are going to be off the roof, like you guys have seen me post pictures on Facebook. But anyway, enough talking about all of those kits. Let's use them in ground. Now, I'm not going to use my Boolean cannon, but I'm going to use this thing as a beast right here. The primary, secondary, and I'm also going to use those 3 new drone abilities or kit abilities, kit modules right here. Cool. All right. And okay, I just think of something. This thing also gave us a new grounded traits. The privateer lockbox also gave us a couple of ground traits that I totally forgot to cover. So one of them is going to be Rogue's Charm. Rogue's Charm has a chance to make you briefly untargetable by the enemy who is attacking you. So 10% chance when struck, the attacker is placated for the next 3 seconds, maximum of once every 15 seconds. So that's Rogue's Charm. We also have another one right here. Privateer's Luck. When you take damage while shields are below 10%, you will gain increased dodge and immunity to control debuffs. So when you take damage while shields, debuffs for a short duration. When you take damage when shields are below 10%, plus 50 to dodge. And also immune to control debuffs for 5 seconds. Can trigger once every 45 seconds. Meh. And this thing is a spring in your step. Okay. While this trait is slotted, activating a control ability on an enemy will provide a boost to your movement speed for a short period of time. So when using control abilities, gain plus 25 increase movement speed for the next 10 seconds. Those are all of the ground traits that come with this thing. Now let's go and get this thing into combat. Now, I'm not going to utilize my bridge officers. I place them right there and they're not going to move because I don't need them. And then he's gonna die. Oh man, I love that. All right, we are seeing a couple of enemies. Right here. I am gonna go this. Let's take care of that one. Let's see the primary in action. Ooh, that landed a critical. Oh my god, that's awesome. And then he dies. I knew it. I knew it. Okay, that's awesome. But anyway, we are here to showcase these weapons. Oh, my bridge officers need to go there and not move. Not move. Good. So can we? Okay, need to go somewhere else, I guess. Okay, this guy secondary was a blast. Wow, that was definitely awesome. Nice. Booyaka. Nice. Okay, let me switch guns. Waiting for the red alert to be over. Okay. Now this is more of a full auto sweep. So primary. Hey. Stop hiding. Nice. Full auto sweep. I'm liking this thing though. Even though it's not really doing enough damage for me. Kinda is funny too to use. Alright, the single pistol. Oh. We're not in combat anymore. What are you talking about? So pew pew pew. And let's use it like that. Taunting ability. So all of my enemies are going to. Oh, they were actually being taunted by my clone right there. But let's kill this guy. Stop draining my shields, man. That's not good. I'm gonna die again. There we go. Nice critical. 731. And that's about it for the weapons. Let's utilize these abilities for the kit modules. Let me find somebody. There are a couple of enemies right there. Let's use these. The Papa Echo system. And see what that is going to do. Okay, so this is basically just a drone. Now, one thing that I did notice, like, there is no option to disconnect this guy. Even though I'm clicking left and right on this thing, the cooldown is going to continue. Wow, this thing actually killed all of those on its own. Is it going to follow me? Come on, follow me. Come on, dude, follow me. I think it's stuck between those two pillars. Now see this, I cannot deactivate this thing. So that's maybe something they need to think about, maybe correcting, because I really don't want to wait that much time to for that thing to be gone. I guess, to activate it again. It should be like activate, and if you don't want to, you can just select it again, and then it's going to be disabled. But let's use this thing. What is this? Deploy the holographic deceiver that is going to taunt the enemies within 50 meters for 3 seconds every 1 second. Okay, here we go. There we go. We got a holographic deceiver. Hey, you guys should be. Why aren't they? Okay, they are going after her right now. And now they're after me. Okay, so that did not really work the way it should be. Go, Mr. Drone, go kill him. This thing is draining my shield. Oh, that's gonna kill me. Okay, cool. And the last one right here is the increasement in critical hit and critical chance. But for that, I kind of need a weapon And that is going to do a really high amount of damage. Who just shot me in my back? Oh, that Papa drone thingy that is doing... Okay. Mark II version up. Nothing has like beam fired wheel kind of stuff. It's going to kill almost everybody. Oh, it just disabled. Or I mean, it vaporized itself. That guy is dead. Distortion right there. So right now I'm going to show you guys my critical chance and my critical severity. So not using like special abilities, special skills. My critical chance is at 10.7 and critical severity is at 104. So I need somebody that's alive. Oh, those guys are gonna kill. Oh, here we go. This guy right here. 3, 2, 1. And as you guys can see, the critical chance 44, critical severity 121. So if you kill this guy, one shot, like I said. Like I said, guys, this thing, it is either A, this thing has been coded the wrong way and they're going to make like a fix on this special ability, this skill, or B, it is working as intended, and in that case I would definitely recommend you guys obtaining one for yourself in a hurry from the exchange or whatever. Kill him from the back. Boom, 1400. And that is without any other buffs. That is just because this thing is still active, or at least was still active on me, giving me a really high critical chance and a moderate amount of critical severity. Okay, let's do one more because I'm having fun with this thing. And let's use the secondary because that was going to be definitely awesome. Where are you? Oh, right here. Come here, boy. I want to talk to you. And stop it. Right there. Hey, that wasn't good. I was hoping for more. Okay, let's see. This thing is in cooldown. I'm going to do it with these guys. I'm just going to remove that because that's just in the way. There it goes. That's what I like. 1900. That's good. That is definitely good. All right, let me go to space because we got all of the other weapons that needed to be showcased, just like the ground portion of this privateer logbox. There are lots of goodies for ground and for space, and most of you guys are definitely interested more in space than ground. So I'll be right back in space. Now, before I take this ship into Argala Patrol, I kind of want to show the numbers that are affiliated with all of these weapons, and the better place to do that is somewhere between like a system or on a system, that because the numbers are definitely going to be correct before you actually go into sector space. So I'm going to equip all of these on the ship to give out all of the numbers and information right here. And I can utilize the turret because it has a 360-degree arc. But the beams are now obviously like the modifiers are going to change depending on how lucky you are going to be opening the privateer lockbox, or just grab yourself whatever you want from the exchange if the price is right, obviously. So this thing is the Krieger wave, disruptor beam. All of them are based upon disruptor damage, so disruptor consoles, think about that if you want to boost all of these powers. So the basic damage of Disruptor, -10 to weapon power when firing this weapon to self, 25% chance in +25 drain and control expertise for 10 seconds when firing this thing. When firing energy weapon, 2.5% chance to deal 786.5 physical damage every 1 second for the next 10 seconds. That is going to ignore the shields. And when firing projectile weapon, 10% chance of dealing 786.5 physical damage every 1 second for the next 10 seconds. That also is going to ignore shields. Now this thing has 2% critical chance in 10 and +10 in accuracy, because we have an accuracy modifier and a crit H for crit chance modifier right there, and a little bit of a higher damage than normal because we have a damage modifier. Okay, so that's the beam, dual beam. Basically the same thing. The only thing that it is reoccurring on these Krieger weapons is this right here. So 2.5% chance to drain and control expertise for the next 10 seconds. +25 drain and control expertise is really good. I mean, it's +25, you know. Also 2.5% chance of dealing physical damage when firing energy and projectile weapons. Now this thing has a modifier of crit D, so that's critical severity ×2. So we are seeing that right here, +40% critical severity with this thing would be really nice, and a increasement in damage. So I think I got lucky on this, but it's on triple, so who can use it? Not me. Same goes for the dual heavy cannons. This thing has an accuracy crit D and a damage modifier. Meh. But the reoccurring theme is right here. 2.5% chance, +25 drain and control expertise. Also 2.5 chance when firing energy-based damage or energy-based weapons. You're going to deal 786.5 physical damage every 1 second for the next 10 seconds. That is going to ignore the shields. So that is definitely something nice. Also when firing projectile weapons, 10% chance to do physical damage also. Yeah, the turret, basically the same thing. But these are from the Lobi store that I do want to showcase as well. All right, so beam array. Okay, the Saboteur Disruptor beam array is powered by Krieger wave based Krieger wave based technology. As the weapon is fired, a spare battery captures some of the residual thermal energy. Once the battery reaches full capacity, it flushes the energy to your ship subsystems, granting additional power for a shorter duration. 250 targeting arc, 250 degree targeting arc, 10 kilometer range, 1 second to recharge. That amount of disruptor damage, -10 to weapon power when firing this weapon. All right. Firing cycle applies 1 stack of Krieger wave thermal reservoir. At 10 stack, increase all subsystem power levels by 10 for 10 seconds. Okay, that's nice. I like that. +10 to all subsystems for the next 10 seconds. Oh, meh. Just only 10 seconds. But I wonder how often this happens though. If there is like a cooldown or like, you know, a restriction on this. ever happening. To self, 5% chance of plus 30 drain and control expertise for 20 seconds. And also basically the same thing when firing energy weapons or projectile weapons, 2.5% of dealing 786.5 physical damage every 1 second for the next 10 seconds. It's also going to ignore shields like we saw on the other weapons as well. Now, because these are from the Lobi store, these are part of a space set. So if you create 2 pieces of this thing, it's going to give us plus 20 starship control expertise and also drain expertise. And space set number 3, delayed SVD explosive charge. What is SDV means? SDV. A high yield. Oh, isn't that the right. The saboteur's delivery vehicle is rigged with a time delayed explosion. That is the torpedo kind of deal thing that they featured in the episode. I can't really remember which one. Is it this one? Yeah, the saboteur delivery vehicle photon torpedo. Okay, so that is a photon torpedo. That needs to go on the front. Well, it could go at the back as well, because I'm going to utilize this on the front. What is that? Why can't I use it? Saboteur Disruptor dual cannons. Why not? You can only equip one of these? What? Oh, so you have to choose between the beam or the okay, or the dual cannon or the beam. Okay, cool. And then can definitely go up there. The torpedo might be interesting for some people, based on the concept of a converted Klingon probe once used to deliver the emissary. Oh, okay, here we go. Nice. This is the episode that I was talking about. The saboteur delivery vehicle removes some of the warhead found in photon torpedoes to make room for a single occupant with a high-strength locator and precise explosive device. The torpedo acts as a breach mechanism, allowing for the lone saboteur to infiltrate the enemy ship and attempt to shut down a nearby subsystem before beaming back to safety. Nice. Alright, so it's gonna do a lot of kinetic damage, obviously, as a torpedo goes. 33% chance to one random subsystem offline for the next 5 seconds. Nice. Okay, so 2.5% when firing energy weapons to deal amount of damage, and projectile weapons has 10% of dealing that amount of damage. And also, after launching mines on a targetable or a targeted torpedo, you will grant to them 8,837.1 temporary hit points. All right. So high yield torpedo, you're going to give them temporary hit points. Nice. Cool. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, so that's the space set. There is a universal console up there, this one right here on the Lobi store. The saboteur supercharged universal console routes additional energy to damage to weapon subsystem when any of the target subsystems are knocked offline, increasing damage dealt against the vulnerable target. Slotting this console grant an increasement to drain and control expertise. 4.6 control expertise and drain expertise. Triggered the capacitor supercharger. You gain 20%. Oh no, you gain 20 armor penetration versus any target affected by a subsystem offline. Okay, cool. So if your saboteur is successful in disabling his one of those subsystems, weapon engines, shields, aux, or auxiliary, you're going to get plus 20 in armor penetration versus that enemy. Wow, that's awesome. That is awesome. Cool. Very nice. I like that. This thing also gave us a couple of traits. cylindrical, that one power capacitor. Each time an energy drain or a shield drain bridge officer ability is activated, you will gain a boost to Starship Drain expertise skill. This buff also stacks up to 5 times and refreshes with each additional stacks. The following science power are classified as drain bridge officer abilities: so charge particle burst and burst, energy siphon, tachyon beam, gravimetric conversion, and shared fate. I don't think I ever heard of that. All right, shared fate. Is that something new that they brought in? Anyway, moving on. When you use an energy drain or shield drain abilities, you will gain +10 to energy drain for 30 seconds. That can stack up to 5 times. Very nice. A fulcrum shift. When this radius slotted, activating a control bridge officer ability will provide a boost to your flight speed, turn rate for a short period of time. The following science, we just read about that, as classified as bridge officer abilities, as control bridge officer abilities. So that's jam sensors, tractor beam repulsor, scramble sensors, gravity well, and photonic shockwave. When you use certain control powers, you will gain 25% increase flight speed and turn rate for 6 seconds. Who was talking to me? Game started patching. I'm recording right now. Mind if we talk later? And the third one, Smuggler's Luck. When a shield facing is depleted, increase defense and gain immunity control debuffs for a short duration. When a shield facing is at 0 capacity, you will gain defense and immunity control debuffs for a short duration. This can trigger once every 30 seconds. When any shield facing depleted, +40 defense rating for 10 seconds. Immunity control debuffs for 10 seconds can trigger once every 60 seconds. Wow, that's not good. All right, now with this thing also came a universal console, those drones that are going to be fly. So each launches 4 drones that will trail behind your ship for the next 60 seconds. Each drone is equipped with a trigger wave powered disruptor beam array. These guardian drones are built to utilize fire at will for the duration of their existence before expending all of their energy. 2-minute recharge launches 4 level 61 guardian drones that will stay near your ship and attack anything nearby with fire at will for the next 60 seconds. So you can basically use this thing for 1 minute, and then it's going to be on a 1-minute cooldown. Nice. Let's use that one as well. Well, we're going to do our Gala Patrol, and that is going to be right now. Here we go, our Gala Patrol wanted mission. These Benthans, man, when did they ever learn? Now, I'm not going to, hopefully I'm going to survive this thing. I'm not going to utilize lots of bridge officer ability. Just give you guys the flat version of these weapons. First starting off with a beam bank that's going to fire. These are just the visuals right there for this thing to activate. The dual beam bank has like a smaller targeting arc, which you guys can actually see right there. Doing some moderate amount of damage. We got the, no, this one. The dual heavies. Where's the other one? The dual heavy cannons. If we can get there in time. Triple digits. Not bad. Not something really, really... Okay, we got a couple of 4 digits. Ooh. That hurt. And this guy is basically dead. There. Cool. Can we heal this one? Now, there is a reason why I haven't changed all of my like power traits and stuff like that. I just want to give you guys a representation of what these weapons are going to deal in regards of damage output when they're not enhanced by anything, traits, skills, abilities, and stuff like that. So this is the normal cannon, or the single cannon, I should say. We got the 360 turret. Nice. Okay, we got the fancy one from the Lobi store that is not upgraded anyway at all. Come on, don't die. What did happen? What did I do? Anyway, the fancy one from the Lobi. Okay, I'm gonna die. And round 2. There we go. The fancy from the Lobi store has that. Oh, okay. This thing has like a greenish glow. And it's missing a lot. It's missing the target. Or maybe that's just my piloting skills. All right. Let's utilize that torpedo. Do we have anybody that has a little bit more health? This fancy torpedo saboteur thingy from the Lobi store as well. Go. Okay, that guy is not going to come back because our ship has just got blown apart. And this is on normal. Oh, this is so fun. You know what? Before I start combat, can we switch? Go away. Okay, cool. So there is a guy up there in that ship, and he disabled some kind of subsystem. What did he say? What did he disable? Oh, it doesn't say what kind of system he disabled. Hey, come on! It didn't say what kind of subsystem he disabled. It said immune. Immune to what? I thought I had where are my bridge officer abilities? There we go. Do I have a high yield? I do have a high yield. Nice. Okay, let's utilize that. Stop, don't kill him yet. Okay. Okay. High yield and go. Alright, so high yield gives them 2. Offline immunity. What does that mean? So I'm going to get this as a buff. Smuggler. No, wait a minute. Smuggler's Slug was the other one. I'm going to get armor penetration. Where is armor penetration? On this guy. Come on. I got him in my sights. Go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We lost that one. Oh my god. We lost the bridge officer. Come back. Come back. We lost that guy. Oh man, we lost that guy, guys. That guy's gone. But anyway, moving on. We have these drones to our that is going to, whoa, it's going to kick ass. It's going to fire at everybody with beam fired wheel within the, what was it, 5 kilometers? So these are just basic pets. Nice. 10,000. I like that. And they don't die apparently from oh, they just went away. No, they're not. They're here. Guardian drones. So they are definitely utilizing beam fired wheel, as you guys can see right here. Go kill them. Oh, they're gonna go away. Yep, they're on cooldown right now. That's not good. Okay, let's see if we can lose some more of our guys. Okay, he just... Okay, we got... Punch it, smuggler slug. Okay, I did saw the success of our saboteur. So we did definitely gain like plus 20 in armor penetration right there. It doesn't say it right there though. Three, 2, 1, and go. There we go. We got our own pets. And they're just a little bit of annoyance. And did they just get vaporized? Wow. These guys got vaporized. Oh man, we lost 2 more. I'm not gonna have any bridge, any crew officers in my ship anymore. All of them are going to die because my piloting errors. Oh, go away, would you? Here we go. That's good. All right, so just to give you guys a little bit of a rundown what you guys saw, we did give a visual representation or from all of the weapons, all of the weapons for ground, all of the weapons for space, including the Lobi version, the unique space set that gave us. Definitely the 2-piece set is actually, I guess, even more than the 3-piece set. High yield torpedo saboteur's delivery vehicle is rigged with a time delayed explosion. I don't know if that's really worth it, but we can use that. Why not? Why not? Let's utilize that. This mission isn't over. This mission is not over yet. Let's get back in combat. I definitely want to see those high yield guys. High yield. Oh man, what do I have to clean that up? Nothing. And I'm dead. Cool. Come on, die already. Okay. Good. I do want to say that this ship is better than I'm actually representing it right now. I'm basically focusing on totally different stuff. Cool. So we got 2 of these guys, and let's see what kind of buff they're going to give me. Okay, so we got... What did they just... what did they give us? What did they give us? Entropic Rider. Okay, apparently I'm not seeing it. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that is just me. But it should give us like critical, not critical, it should give us armor penetration, like plus 25. And also, what was it? Movement? Yeah, this thing triggered capacitor overcharge. This thing does not trigger also. This is part of that, so we should be here. Yeah, this part right here, plus 20 armor penetration versus target that are affected with a subsystem offline. Now, I did see that the subsystem was offline, but I did not see which subsystem was affected by it. Maybe that's just me, and maybe you guys have caught it, because my attention is basically all over the place. I'm looking at here, I'm looking everywhere, what's happening here and there. If you guys did see it, let me know in the comment section, because I'm definitely going to look back at this thing and see what I missed. But anyway, the Privateer lockbox is interesting one, to say the least. Most of them are focused up on armor penetration, physical like debuffs, and hold and placate stuff like that. Especially with this thing from the Lobi store that's going to disable like a subsystem offline. Definitely awesome. And what was this? This wasn't an activatable clicky, but it was just, you know, control expertise and drain expertise. I know like the majority of STO's gameplay these days is like mainly focused on control expertise. So that's Gravity Well, Tycoon's Drift and stuff like that. And drain expertise, you guys know it's going to drain shields and stuff like that. Those kind of abilities. It's basically focused upon that, and the faster you can drain shields, and you know, you can drop a torpedo high yield or something like that behind the shields with like armor penetration or something like that, you're going to do so much more damage than just normal damage that you're going to do. But it is always up to you the way you want to play. Don't listen to me, don't listen to anybody else. The only way you want to play the game is explore and see whatever works for you. With that being said, I hope you guys had a little bit more entertainment coming out of this channel than normally, and let me know if you guys are liking these kind of stuff that where I basically go through everything what is available in the Privateer or in the upcoming log boxes, or like whatever is going to come up next, what Cryptic is going to give us, because I'm definitely going to do that if there is a need for that with the community, based upon your comments on this video. So with that being said, I hope you guys had enough entertainment, and I'm hoping to see you on the next video as well. For now, I'm going to say take care and later.